Hi there, it's Paige with the Phat Photog, and today is Phat Tuesday, and I am dishing up another funky fresh tutorial. Today I'm showing you how to sharpen images quickly in Photoshop. And not only am I going to show you how to sharpen images, but I'm also going to show you how to create an action for it too. So let's get started. The first thing that we need to do is we need to create a smushed copy of our image. And so what I'm talking about is we want to flatten our image, but we want to keep all of our edits under it just in case we would need to go back and fix anything. This is part of non-destructive editing. We don't want to just like flatten the image and lose all of our edits. So to do that, there's a rather long keyboard shortcut, but I will post it there and you'll see it pop up on your screen. And you're going to press Command Option Shift E. So now that we have our layer, we are going to do a couple things to it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to name it Sharpen. That part's optional, but I like it because it just keeps things nice and organized. We're going to right click and we're going to convert this to a smart object. And you will see why I do that in just a second, but this is a really important part. You want to convert it to a smart object. And then we're going to go up to Filter, Other, High Pass. And what we want to look at with our high pass, because it kind of makes the image look kind of funky, but you'll see as I raise the radius on this, it's going to bring out those fine details. So the higher I bring this up, the more those fine details stick out. Now we don't need them to stick out a ton. We just want them to be a little crisp on the ends. So we want to be somewhere within like the 1 to 2 radius range. We rarely need to go higher than that. So I'm going to go to about 1.5. We're going to go ahead and click OK. And now what I need to do is I need to change the blend mode of this layer. So I'm going to change the blend mode from normal to overlay. And there we have it. So here is the before, and everything's a little fuzzy. And then when I turn it on, it makes those edges just a little crisper. But let's say I wanted a little bit more sharpening. So I did this, but I'm like, I really should have made that radius a little higher. Now, if I wouldn't have made this layer a smart object, I would have had to go back and I would have had to redo all of those steps again. But because I made this a smart object, all I have to do is double click right here where it says high pass. And it's going to bring up that radius again, and I can bring the radius up, which is going to add more sharpening to the image, and then I can click OK. So it allows me to adjust it. So by making this a smart object, I can go back in and I can change my filter without having to go back through all of those steps again. So let me just zoom in a little bit for you. And so now you can see here, this is without the sharpening, and then this is with the sharpening. So it just sharpened those edges up for me. The photo was already in focus, but it just made the photo crisper, and it just makes it pop a little bit more. Now this is a fairly easy thing to do, but there are quite a few steps. I'm going to make it even easier by showing you how to make this an action. So to make it an action, we're going to open up our action panel. We want to go to Window, Actions, and what we're going to do is we're just going to create a new action set, and I want you to name this whatever you want. You can name it My Cool Actions or whatever, because from time to time, if you find that you're doing the same thing to a photo over and over again, it's really helpful to create an action from it. So now I have this cool little folder that says My Cool Actions, and now I can go here and I can go to New Action, and we're going to name this Sharpen so we know what it does. And we're going to go ahead and we are going to click Record. Now I'm going to stop this real quick. So if you stop it, it won't be recording. If you click Record, it will be recording. So if the circle is red, then it's recording. But I'm going to delete this just so that's not messing anything up. And we're going to go ahead and click Record now. And I'm going to go and I'm going to make my flat copy. So I pressed Command Option Shift E. I made my flat copy. We're going to name this Sharpen. We're going to convert it to a smart object. We're going to go up to Filter, Other, High Pass, and then I can make the radius, whatever I want, but I'm just going to use like an average radius because we are going to be able to change it. So I'm just going to use 1.5. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And now I'm going to make this blend mode overlay. And now I'm going to press stop because I'm done with the action. So now I have recorded all of the steps that I took, and now I'm going to delete this again, and I'm going to show you how this works. So we're going to go click on Sharpen under My Cool Actions, and we're going to press play. And it's going to do everything that I just walked you through. It did it automatically. So we don't have to go through and take all of those steps. So now what I need to do, if I need to change the level of how sharp it is, depending if I have a different image and I need to make it sharper or less sharp, all I have to do is double click this, change my radius up or down to adjust it, and click OK. So I've taken it from 5 or 6 steps to just 2 steps. So that is why creating actions is so great. And so if there's something you're always doing to your images, you can create an action for it, and then it's really going to speed up your editing time. So I hope this was helpful. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Share this video with your friends. Make a comment. Let me know that you're watching. If there's something that you want me to make, some kind of tutorial you want me to make in the future, let me know in the comments, and I will see you next Tuesday. Bye.